wait. So I forgot to ask.
Yeah.
So do you believe
In life after love?
in aliens?
Oh.
We watched a couple of those congressional UFO hearings.
Yeah.
Just like little clips here and there. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was like a 2-hour thing. I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah.
I don't care that much.
No.
But it is a little interesting.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, because like for decades,
Yeah.
it's like, we don't know. And now it kind of seems like, yeah. And everyone's like, disinterested.
Yeah.
For such a big thing.
Because, I mean, it's the same thing as when you can, like, it's finding out about aliens is like matching with someone on a dating app. Once you know, you're like, okay, I got it.
Okay, I got it.
I don't really care, actually, to keep pursuing this.
I
have the information that I need. Aliens exist. This person would go on a date with me.
Yeah. I would like to see what they look like.
I would like to see what they look like naked. Sexual style.
Sexual style. And you don't know who I'm talking about in this instance. They.
And them.
All of them. I want to see. I'm curious. Because I try to get like a bullet points thing, but it's just too convoluted. I really hate how when you like look up something that you're clearly asking for a list, and they go, "Did you mean like a long article?" I'm like, no, I don't mean a long article.
It's so funny. You're mad at regular journalism for existing.
Yeah, but when I'm
instead of like BuzzFeed top 10 reasons aliens exist. When
I'm asking for something specific, yes.
Yeah.
When I'm saying list of this, and you go full article, I'm like, I don't. If I wanted an article, I'd say article.
Yeah. But now lists are the new articles.
Oh, Mike, write that down. Well, that'll be the. So I was trying to see what the real interesting points about the UFO hearing. I don't know who the people that were talking were. I don't know.
Yeah.
There should be a little thing next to their name. You know how it's like it says Republican or Democrat next to people's names at these things? It should also say like how much I should, like, sane or insane? Like, what level of...
Is it Ancient Aliens guy?
Yeah. Big hair?
Or is it like... I don't know.
Not Bob Balaban, but what's a guy? There's a guy whose name is like Bob something in the Alien. I'm not, again, I don't give a shit.
Tom DeLonge,
sorry.
It's so funny that he had a Blink-182 song just called Aliens Exist.
Yeah, and people
were like, man, this guy loves jacking off and being stupid.
Mm-hmm. He must have been annoying about the thing too. But like, can we please put it in the album?
I think you're wrong for putting it in the past tense.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sure Matt and Trey, I don't know who the fuck his name is in the band.
They were named the South Park guys?
I think so, yeah.
Matt and Trey?
My brain's like 2 white guys?
Yeah.
I'm sure they were just like, oh, just let them have it, dude. Let them put the song
whatever.
in. Whatever.
And then they're like...
It sounds like the rest of them. Who gives a shit what the meaning is?
Yeah, you're like, I guess I can't be too mad about a song called Aliens Exist if I have an album called Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who do I think I am?
Yeah. Because here's the thing. In terms of album titles, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is one step above Chocolate Starfish on the hot dog flavored water.
I feel like it's one below. There's almost a little poetry to Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
Yeah. But it's spelled jacket like...
I know.
You know.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just saying it's like...
Yeah.
It's less obvious.
It's less obvious, but it's almost so obvious that it becomes obfuscated once again.
Well, then that's an argument we can have for the rest of the time.
That is.
Is it or is it not obfuscated?
Yeah.
But one of the things that they were asking yes or no questions, and they're like, were these... they don't just say UFO anymore. What do they say?
UOP?
UAP or something like that?
Say.
Were these manned by... they don't say aliens. They say like bionics, or they say like
unidentified aerial phenomena.
Okay,
so that's the thing where they're saying like
it's getting even more vague than UFO.
Yeah, than object. Phenomena. Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah. So the Republican governor of something, Miss Mace, I don't know I can't remember where she was. Basically asked like, were these human bionics? And they're like, nope. He's like, can you explain? He goes, no, I can't.
Nope.
I signed a contract. I can't say anything forever.
Yeah, sorry, I signed an NDA.
Yeah, truly. It's literally what they're basically saying.
Yeah.
Do you have any... Oh, sorry.
Because it says Pentagon received hundreds of new UAP reports, but says no evidence of extraterrestrial activity.
Okay. Yeah, because again, it could still mean another, either a government or a big corporation, a business.
Yeah.
I did watch a couple little videos where it's a plane, like a normal plane, flying, and then all of a sudden, so much faster, a little white dot appears next to it and starts spinning around the plane, and then two more join, and they're just in perfect unison spinning around the plane, almost like how you would scan an object to 3D print it.
Yeah.
Like that. Like it's perfectly circulating and spinning around the plane, which again, I'm not going to be like, that's exactly what it is.
I know exactly what that is.
I'm just having a good time.
I barely understand how the clicky balls work.
Yeah. I see a plane and I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me.
What, the Wright brothers?
Every time I'm on a cruise ship, I'm like, floating.
This big ass thing is floating. Yeah.
Interesting.
Big heavy plane flying, big heavy boat floating. Crazy. So
when a fat guy's really good at cartwheels.
What's that
one
about?
actually, that one I kind of understand because of
centrifugal force.
Centrifugal force.
Not to be mistaken with force perspective.
And not because I actually think force should not be centrifugal. I think it should pick a side.
Yeah. Don't be a fence rider.
Left or right. What are you doing? Who'd you vote for?
But like I said, I don't have a lot invested in this. I'm not
I do.
Really giving
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Like what?
I'm betting on it. I'm sorry. That's what I mean invested.
Yeah, Mike's really big on stake.com. He's putting in a lot of money.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy how stake.com has been at every single event? Their logo's just been floating
all over the place
in front of every single event that's ever existed.
But it would be fun if within our lifetime / within probably 6 months from now.
Yeah.
They just hold one of these little fuckers up by their neck like, all right, this is it.
See, you think it's going to be a little fucker.
I do think it's going to be a little fucker.
Interesting. I think if there is like, it's the same thing as like finding creatures really deep in the sea where I'm like, if we start mucking around down there or up there, I'm like, I don't think it would go well for us.
But what does that have to do with size?
I think it's going to be...
I think you started your argument.
I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a big fucker coming out of nowhere, fucking our shit up. I don't think it's going to be a little fucker. I think it's going to be a big fucker.
Okay.
I think it's going to be long, skinny.
Long, skinny.
Long, skinny, interesting finger.
If you had to pick in terms of aliens that we've seen in movies, what do you think it's going to look like most?
Okay.
Because it seems like you're describing the aliens from Arrival.
I see. I'm thinking. I haven't seen Arrival, so I can't say.
Oh, let's watch it later.
I'm thinking the Cholo aliens from Men in Black.
Oh, but 7
feet tall. That's what I'm thinking.
It's my only good impression.
It's pretty good.
Thank you. Okay, 7 feet tall.
Sugar.
So like Edward, he's huge. He's a big cockroach.
He's a big fuck. Yeah. But he's more cockroachy.
He's more cockroach.
I'm talking alien. Like goopy, long, interesting, like cadence of movement. Unpredictable.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's what I'm thinking. If I have to, when I think if they are showing us an alien or someone is seeing an alien for the first time, I think it's that. You think they're going to be like little and weak?
Yeah, I think they're really smart, little and weak.
Interesting.
And I think that they're not. I think we have a kind of an ego when we're like, they're going to come and take over the planet. They're like, we don't want your planet.
Yeah.
We just want to see what was up. We're busy. We're doing.
It's like when someone with like, it's like when like a highfalutin photographer goes and like.
Yeah,
takes photos in the Appalachian. They're like, you're trying to take over. It's like, no. I think you're like weird, and I want to document this.
I'm making fun of.
We're not laughing at you, but we're not laughing at you because it's just the context.
Have I told you my idea that I thought of a couple days ago about a scary movie?
No.
Okay, so the scary movie is basically like a ghost movie, like a haunting. A place is haunted.
Okay.
A home is haunted. It's a haunted old house.
So it's a home. It's not just a place.
Yeah, let's say home.
Okay.
I haven't really fleshed this out yet. And That's what this podcast is for. I
I
flush
don't
things
think
out.
it is.
That's
Actually,
why OnlyFans
I'd rather
is for.
flush this thing out.
Oh, hey, come on! Hey, come on!
Oh, so that's a turd.
Oh, poopy. But it's a haunted house. It's a house that's haunted. I don't like saying haunted house. It's a home that is haunted.
Yeah.
This haunted house is not a home. And little by little, you realize that it's actually ghosts are aliens. There are no ghosts.
Okay.
In the way that we think of them as people that have died. All ghosts have always been actually aliens.
Oh, interesting.
That's how they are perceived.
Yeah.
They just are. They're like a mist. They're like they can go through walls. They're just like kind of vaguely seen. It's like an M. Night Shyamalan kind of a twist.
Yeah. Feels well. You kind of ruined it there by telling everyone.
Well, yeah, it's my idea. Don't
take it, by the way.
Don't take it. This is the regular episode. You know,
Yeah.
it's all good. Nope. I'm not gonna write it. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Do you think
It's not a bad idea though?
it's not a bad idea?
It's kind of fun. That could be fun.
So do you think, like, if you think aliens are smarter than humans, and then they're kind of almost coming down to like watch us to like mock us? So when they see like, say, like a UFC fight, to them that's like us watching the Bum Fights DVD.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're like, these sad,
They shouldn't be doing this.
terrible
Why would they do
creatures.
this to themselves?
They pit these sad, terrible creatures against one another for some money,
Some money.
an amount of money.
I can only gather that just based on how different cultures are from each other on this planet, and we're all the same thing.
Yeah.
How they're not going to be like, oh, that's like our bum fight. Like it's like that. Like it's just like it's.
Oh, I don't think they know about the Bum Fights DVD.
No, they
I
know
don't
it's
think-
gone out there.
Or they know, well, because they kind of know everything. So how could they
Oh,
not?
I don't think that.
So how could they not know the Bum Fights?
I don't think
DVD?
they know everything.
You don't think so?
No,
I think
that's
it's like
God.
more of a. Well, God doesn't know everything.
He knows what you've been doing when you're in your room by yourself.
Self suck.
No, you.
I
got-
changed. I have that. I'm part of the SS, and people go, "What?" I go, "No, I can self suck."
No, you got one of those clone a penis things,
Oh,
and then
and
you
I'm
suck
sucking on my own. I'm sucking on my own penis because I'm so inflexible. I have to make a mold of my own penis and suck it.
Yeah,
Because that's the part that I
you
want
want.
really bad. The part that I want really bad is sucking my
It's
own penis,
sucking, not the
fact that I
feeling.
could suck a penis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how
what
much of a
you-
narcissist I am. I'm like, I would rather make a copy of my own penis than learn to bend down and suck it, because what I want to do more than get my penis sucked is suck my own penis.
Because everyone's gonna be like, "We'll go suck some guy's penis." That's not my penis.
That's
though.
not my penis.
He doesn't have my penis.
That's not my penis.
That's not my.
That's not my penis.
Hey, that's not my penis.
That's not my penis.
So I think the aliens are wise,
Yeah.
but I
Would
think
you say beyond their years?
no, they're so old.
Oh,
They have a much different
interesting.
lifespan than we do.
Interesting.
Because when you're smaller,
Like a turtle.
like a turtle, like when you're smaller, you need like how a Great Dane only lives to be 6 months old or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
They
like
die
that.
while they're being born.
Yeah, they come out and go,
Like,
hello.
hey, how you doing? All right, see you later.
They're like flies that have a 48-hour window.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? Arf.
How awful would it be to be like a fly that is smashed by a guy like me? Like you live for so little, and you're getting smashed by a guy who kind of is coasting.
Yeah.
He's coasting by in life.
And that's what God thinks about
And that's
you
what God thinks about me.
when he hits you with a car. Because he's having fun playing with the. He's like,
That'd be so God's playing Matchbox cars with me.
yeah, he's like, now we hit the dumb Italian.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
we hit
okay.
it."
I wouldn't go so far to say that. I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
I wouldn't say that, but it's God. God has a sick sense of humor.
I don't think he does.
I think he's a little pervert.
I think God is real.
Huh? And he's in this room.
It's inside of me.
It would be cool if they're like, okay, fine, you guys can look at it. Here's the alien spaceship.
Yeah.
Because you've seen the one that like got famous like a year ago, where it's like the fighter jet guy being like, "What is that? Why is it moving so fast?
Yeah.
What the hell?" Like that one's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But again, it could be another government that has some. Because they asked the guy. I don't know. I don't know what his job is.
Yeah.
They asked him, "Are we?"
Guy in a jacket with a bunch of medals on it.
Yeah. Do we have spaceships that we are trying to reverse engineer? Yes. He couldn't say faster. He's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what you're
yeah.
asking me? That's the easy question.
Yeah, come on.
So
I'm not allowed to say this, but there's a certain type of religion that these aliens are.
No.
And I don't want to say it.
And I don't want to say it.
But they're
Mormon.
Jewish aliens. A Jewish alien.
A Jewish alien. That's Kanye talking, not us.
Yeah, that's him.
That's Kanye West.
It's not me.
Black guy. So
he speaks through me, obviously. But.
I'm doing I'm talking through Kanye West's voice. So yeah, fingers crossed we get to learn a little bit more about our neighbors upstairs.
Do you think it will change one single thing about your life?
Life.
Other than knowing that they exist now.
Pretty doubtful.
Yeah.
Unless they come out and go, okay, these are aliens, and they pull a person, it's just people, and it's like, they look like us. They look just like us.
Yeah.
You've had sex with a couple of them probably, and then they put my picture up, I'm like, am I an alien? They go, no, this guy had sex with them.
This guy's had sex with a bunch, actually.
They like him for some reason.
Yeah, they kind of have to get fucked into the planet. And apparently they go through this guy.
This guy's a real low
There's been about 30 to 60 aliens ever.
I'm just like, oh.
So I fucked.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. So the majority of my body count were all aliens?
So I've had sex with all of the aliens on the planet, and they're like, yeah.
Huh. So they're all female.
They all live in the greater New York area.
Yeah, just like Men in Black.
Yeah.
Just like Men in Black.
Just like
a big hub is here.
Just like Men in Black.
What's your favorite alien movie? Because I watched the 2 Aliens recently, and I like those. And then
those
I learned...
are really good.
I haven't watched the other ones, the more recent ones, and I learned that at some point, it's explained to you that the aliens are actually a bioweapon.
Yeah.
Because they're like, how would it survive if its own blood is acid?
Yeah.
And like, this doesn't make any sense. Why would it live here? Like, none of this makes sense.
Yeah.
It's too evil. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And someone they explained that apparently it's a bioweapon made by something at some point. I'm like, that's interesting.
Yeah. So the first 2 Alien and Aliens are up there.
Mm-hmm. Let me take a quick Google search of best alien movies.
Mars Attacks.
Ooh, I honestly haven't seen Mars Attacks in full since I was.
Does Starship Troopers count?
Yeah. Whoa, that's my answer.
Yeah.
Best.
It's a really good one.
Arrival really does rock.
Yeah.
Arrival is really good.
I think I don't like E.T.
Yeah, I didn't watch
I don't need it.
Prometheus, Oblivion wasn't good. District 9, Super 8, Signs rocks.
Good one.
Contact is pretty good.
Yeah.
Close Encounter. Wow, there's a lot
I
of
like
space.
alien movies. I'm realizing this. I never thought about it.
Mars Attack, Alien, Independence Day.
Ooh.
Oh, Edge of Tomorrow. Fucks.
Here's the thing about Independence Day for me. Fine.
Really?
Like good.
Yeah.
Not great. Like I don't think about it other than when it is the 4th of July.
I think that's okay.
But I'm not saying bad movie.
I know you're not.
But I think it is if we're talking about, because without any subcategories, we're talking action movie.
Yeah.
B tier.
I think that's okay.
Or bottom of A tier. Not S tier.
No, I wouldn't say S tier, but it is one of the best blockbusters.
I think so, but it's like I think there's a bunch above that for me.
That's fair. That's fair to say.
I think bottom of A tier or top of B tier.
That's fine.
But I don't think it's like,
as long as you're not like it's C. I'm like, no, it's not C.
No. I think it's good, not great.
Okay.
Or very good, even.
I remember being a kid and be like, hold on a second. They have like XDMI cables we can plug our laptops in? How does this work? It really falls apart there.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's Wild Wild West.
Sure, it's not a Wild Wild West. Where they use the what is it? A spider that was supposed to be in the new Spider-Man movie back then.
I only know Will Smith movies. It's no Bad Boys 3.
It's no Hancock.
It's no Hancock.
A Quiet Place, E.T., World of Worlds, Annihilation, Interstellar, technically, yeah. Extinction, The Day the Earth had Asteroid City, Dune. Dune is interesting.
Yeah.
They're aliens,
I guess.
Yes. But
they're on their home planet, actually.
Yeah, no, they're not
aliens.
We're aliens.
We're the aliens.
The Thing.
Oh
my God.
So good.
Yeah, alien movies kind of fuck. Galaxy Quest?
Yeah, man, I like alien movies. I never be like, hey, someone's like, do you like alien movies? I'd be like, sure. Yeah, whatever. Maybe, I don't know.
And then you listen to me go, fuck, I think I love them.
I'm like, do you mean like Y tu mama tambien? Oh yeah, I guess I like those.
Starship Troopers, Fire in the Sky. That I watched when I was a kid.
I don't know
and
that. I don't even know what
me.
that is.
Fire in the Sky is a movie with what's the guy, the super tall guy from
Fire in the Mountains, run boy, run. Those in the house of the rising
It's really good.
sun.
It's these guys in like the backwoods of like the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
And they get
Abducted?
And it's like really vivid. Like it's really
Have
like,
I seen this?
it's like
This might have been one that I saw like on TV randomly.
yeah, it's like I don't know. They show quite a bit, and I don't know why it really fucking freaked me out as a little kid.
Keeps on turning.
And then they bring him back, and then the town doesn't believe him. They think he's insane.
He's the villain in Terminator 2.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick, DB Sweeney, Peter Berg, James Garner.
I love Peter Berg.
I've seen
that one fucked with me as a kid.
What a fucking name this guy has.
What is it? Let me see.
Noble Willingham.
Damn. Sounds like a fucking French a ham company.
Yeah.
Some kind of like a
yeah.
exquisite
I think I've seen this like randomly. I think I watched it and I didn't know what it was. Like it was on in like a hotel.
Yeah, classic
or
hotel.
something.
Super on TNT.
Yeah. But really good.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, good.
Mess with me. Okay, good to know. So yeah, we're looking forward to more news about.
I couldn't care. I gotta be honest with you. I feel fine about it.
Okay.
I wasn't even really paying attention when we watched it earlier.
I know it's something that I.
I know, but I was just like, the thing is that I tried for a second.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay, and then but they can't just be like, yeah. By the way, the aliens are real.
I mean, they kind of are though. Like, I hear that they're not, but that's how they used to be. Now that they're kind of opening that door.
Yeah.
But they know that here's what it looks like.
It's like when a doctor says like you might have 6 months to live. Looks like like they can't definitively say anything, so they can't be held to it.
Yeah, I just think it's a lot of times the person doesn't want to be the one to really take the Band-Aid off. And it's like,
we need an alien Edward Snowden.
Yeah.
We need the and that was Tom DeLonge, but he's not saying it.
He's not saying it.
He's not saying it like we want him to.
All right, so moving on. This weekend was a big weekend of fights.
Big weekend of fights.
Big fight weekend. We had
a lot of them.
What does that mean?
It's fun to say.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
I think I was insinuating that I got into a fight or something. Yeah, I think. I don't know.
Okay, cool. We had
I wasn't saying there's too many.
No, I know.
No, there was too many, I think. On the UFC card.
No, you know what? Fuck that.
You know what? Get to the. They should have the main event first, and then the rest of them.
Okay.
It's like starting your meal with the entree.
Got to build to something though.
Eh.
So, they on Friday they had the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
And on Saturday the UFC was at MSG with the John Jones versus Stipe Miocic fight. Let's start with the boxing match.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So Jake Paul.
Do you care about any of the undercard?
The Serrano fight was good. The Katie Taylor.
Really good. Whatever fight was before that one.
Yeah, I can't remember those guys' names.
Those two guys was awesome.
They're going
was
for it.
really fucking good. They were really trying to. They're like, oh, we're on a big platform. Let's fucking go.
Which is great. Exactly what you want to see.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was the thing. It was awesome. There was a fight before that with some other YouTube guy.
Oh yeah.
The opening fight sucked dick. It was
because they're not boxers. Makes sense.
It was like some guy from India who has like about 30 fights, but if it's somebody with 30 fights that I don't know what their name is, I've never even heard of them. No one has, it seems, where it's like, okay, it's like, oh, you fought 30 fucking guys who wiped the table at restaurants. And they threw boxing gloves on them.
Yeah. So the Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano rematch was good.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch it because a lot of people are pointing out that Amanda landed more punches, and I think that's an inauthentic way to view a fight. It's not all statistics.
Yeah, but it's also like how many of the punches that she landed mattered.
Yeah, it's more to there's just more to the story. So I want to rewatch it later and really get my opinion down. So Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Jake Paul was 10-0 before this fight.
10-1.
10-1, pardon me, 10-1, losing to Tommy Fury. the only consistent and current boxer, meaning everyone else he's fought were either MMA fighters who are doing a boxing match, or other YouTubers. I think it's just a real modge podge of not boxers boxing.
Yeah.
Right. And then Tommy Fury lost to.
What if it was Tommy Furry and he sexually got off because of like cartoon animals?
And he boxes with a tail up his ass?
He has a tail up his ass and a big like foam head on.
I would at least walk out with it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I made a video about what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. And I pointed out some things about Mike Tyson. One,
gap tooth, face tattoo.
That you have to understand styles, right? So Mike Tyson is basically a seek and destroy fighter, meaning he just goes at you. Boom. He goes at you and overwhelms you, and with his unbelievable power and speed, catches you and he knocks you out. But it's hard to do that when you're slow in terms of foot speed. He is cumbersome and awkward and slow now.
Yeah.
And it's not the same thing as it used to be. Also, taking a punch when you're that old is different than taking it when you're 22,
Dude,
25,
like
27.
It's like when an old person falls down the stairs or something.
Literally. And lastly, and this is a point that Teddy Atlas, who was one of Mike Tyson's trainers in the beginning of his career, pointed out on a podcast he did with Joe Rogan, where he said that Tyson is a really great, one of the best punchers of all time, but he's not a good fighter. Not meaning that he doesn't have the skill of attack or the skill of defense. Tyson doesn't do well when he's dealing with actual adversity. When he is actually presented with someone who can handle his power, he doesn't know how to deal with it. He crumbles emotionally and he looks for a way out a lot of times. Obviously, Holyfield being the biggest case in point because he bit his ear. Tyson has a weakness of character. He has a weakness of emotion that he is still dealing with. You watch him talk about something for 2 seconds, he's about to cry every time. I'm not saying crying is weakness, but if it's always coming up that immediate, there's a lack of control there. Which again wasn't a big deal when he was younger and he had the physicality to kind of prevent the issue there.
Yeah.
But at this age, it's not the same thing. Because for Tyson to beat Jake Paul, he were to have to make either adjustments or deal with pressure and tire him out, which is going to happen because he got tired faster anyway.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a stylistic nightmare, and not even that Jake is good. Jake is a terrible pro, very good amateur. That's where his line is.
Yeah.
But he's young, and it's all he needed.
Yeah. He's 27.
27.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I got a bunch of men in their 40s got mad at me, and one guy DM'd me calling me an educated idiot, which is very funny to think I'm educated.
Really funny.
I mean, I'm educated on fighting, but
yeah.
So the thing that has annoyed me the most about this is the people selling the fight, all the like Ariel Helwani, other fighters involved being like he looks dangerous. He's like selling it like it's who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The second the fight was over, we're like, what do you guys expect? What do you think? He's 58 years old.
Man. Yeah.
You were just selling this to us. You were just selling it with this.
That
this
was
hubris.
like Andre Ward's spiel immediately after.
Immediately afterwards. It's like, if you felt this way, you felt this way 2 hours ago.
But here's the thing is that we're possibly holding them to the standard of a journalist. And I do think Ariel Helwani should be held to that standard.
Exactly.
I don't know. Promoters definitely not.
No, promoters are a piece of shit.
And commentators are just kind of mouthpieces for the promoters, really.
Which is what made Ariel Helwani's role. If you don't know anything about fighting, Ariel Helwani.
You don't know anything.
Was a journalist. He's worked a lot for years and years in MMA. He's had a couple shows on ESPN and Showtime.
Does he know a lot about boxing, or does he?
He knows a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't find him to be as intellectual about boxing as he is, or as knowing. He doesn't have as much knowledge.
Yeah, it's not like Max Kellerman or somebody like that.
He's not like Max Kellerman. No.
Yeah.
He knows a little bit, and he's definitely like done a primer, basically. Like, all right, who are the people I need to know for the history?
Yeah.
But he was hired by the promotion And it's like, wait, are you a promoter right now or are you a journalist? Because you keep kind of taking the hat as a journalist and selling the fight, which is like, I think that's kind of ethically weird. I think it's, I don't know. I think it's just a little strange for him to be like, during the face-offs, I'd never seen a fighter's face look that angry in all my years. And it's like, you're selling the fight.
Now you're selling the fight.
Now you're selling the fight. You're doing something weird. Whatever. But yeah, it was 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
We watched it.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Great pizza.
We had a great pizza.
We had a really great pizza.
Yummy pizza.
Awesome that Juba was here.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, really, really depressing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Really brutal to watch a almost 60-year-old former superstar. Because it's like, I guess former superstar is what you would say, right? Because he's still a superstar, but
not from his fighting. Like not that he's fighting currently. And
but you know what I mean. Like at one time, the greatest active boxer or most successful active boxer. To watching him walk to the ring was heartbreaking. Mm-hmm. Like plodding to the ring, but not in the way that he walked like a fucking bulldog on a chain in like the 90s when he would walk out, and you would be like, holy, not like the, if you have a little bit extra time, just look up Mike Tyson time for some action.
Yeah.
Like one of the greatest entrances in any sport ever. But yeah, it really depressed me. It depressed me seeing a defeated man in between rounds. Mm-hmm. He was mentally and physically defeated. Not so much defeated as in like he wasn't taking an incredible amount of damage.
He wasn't taking. It's not like he's punch drunk and he's taking more damage. Like Jake barely touched him.
But it's you're watching a man lose his identity in real time. Mm-hmm. You're watching one of the greatest lose his identity in real time because he's Mike Tyson. He's a boxer. He boxed. That's what he did. And when he went in there, he couldn't do anything that he used to do. Mm-hmm. And you're watching a man be like, "Oh, I am no longer the man I was."
Yeah.
What then what am I?
Yeah.
Cuz I can't be only what I was. Mm-hmm. Not to get like really philosophical about it, but that's how it felt to watch, where it was really like you're watching a guy. He didn't have a look of determination. He had 1,000-yard stare, but not in the intimidating way. In the shell shock.
Exactly.
Way.
I've been in war. Now I need a blanket over me.
Yes.
Yeah. It was watching it as a coach, as like a tactical overview of what he was doing. An instructor. It's just a funny problem to solve because like. To do so what Tyson was doing a lot of the fight was he could only blitz Jake Paul once maybe twice within a round. Yeah. In terms of having to worry about his energy expenditure. Yeah. You have to worry about your gas tank. If you get too tired, you get easy to get knocked out because you can't defend yourself well. So knowing that he knows that he can only blitz once or twice, he had to play it gun shy, and that's not how he fights. Yeah. That's not what his skill set is. Tyson never really adjusted his fighting style. He never had to like deal with Holyfield and then go, "Oh, I'm going to play on the back foot." Yeah. I'm going to counterpunch. I'm going to work off of, my movement from the waist up. Not that he didn't move his head, but I'm just saying he did what he did always. Yeah. He always did what he did. Yes. He didn't have to problem solve people and change.
It's like when you put on an AC/DC record, you know exactly what it's going to sound like.
Exactly. Yeah, you're no surprise.
And not
to say it's bad.
But it is what it is. Yeah. It's AC/DC. It's fucking 4-chord rock and roll. Yeah. It's Mike Tyson. It's I'm walking forward. Troop, troop, troop.
Yeah, peekaboo style.
Like
uppercuts and lead hooks.
That's what I'm doing.
So it was interesting seeing him incapable of solving the problem of his age
Because please interrupt me if I'm wrong talking about boxing.
Please.
But when he fought, he set the pace.
A lot of times. Yeah, I would say so. He wanted to overwhelm you. He wanted to make you feel like you never got started.
And then to not be able to do that is like I mean, that's also like, and I'm talking about in his prime, not talking about the later fights when he fucking, didn't have it anymore. Mm-hmm. He didn't have it anymore 20 years ago.
Exactly. That's a thing I made in the video where I'm like, it's not like Tyson ended his career on a question mark. It's not like at the end of his career, like, man, I think he could still keep going, but he wants to stop. I wonder if he could have,
yeah.
No, back then, people were like, Jesus, hang him up.
Yeah, he was losing to fucking guys who deliver milk to 7-Eleven on the other days that they're not fighting.
Literally, their fingers are still red tinted from the milk crates they're holding.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting issue. I was saying I went and got a haircut the next day, and we're talking about that. I'm like, every 45-year-old man I talked to was like, Tyson's gonna do it. Every 20-year-old guy I talked to was like, Jake Paul's gonna do it.
And everyone in between is like, I'm sad.
I need to go to the dentist.
This makes me. Do you mind marrying me for insurance purposes?
Yeah, it was just a real circus in the saddest way possible.
Because I think people were like a little overreacting, being like, "This is exactly what culture is now." It's like there's always been freak shows.
There's
for
always
money.
been freak shows for money, and that's the thing where I'm always kind of surprised with people. I get constantly frustrated with the novice.
Yes,
not zero, but little information.
Yeah.
Where they're like, this is a disgrace to boxing. I'm like, do you understand what boxing is?
Boxing is punching a man for money.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, Jake's just been padding his record with bad. Like, are you fucking stupid? Yeah. Like, yes, I understand that Jake hasn't been boxing elite opponents, but that's what boxing is. You pad your record.
Look at the first 13 people Mike Tyson fought.
True,
probably.
It's just that's the way how it works. That's what it is. And it's like, Jake is just a very strange case. We've never really had this. Yeah. Someone hyper famous, then moving into to combat sports.
And not being that bad at it. Like,
at this stage,
for
especially.
what he is, it could be so much worse. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He at least, and I don't want to give a Paul brother.
We hate giving. You guys are making me giving credit. I don't want to do that.
He does live and train like a fighter.
He really puts in the work. He gets top class training.
He has the luxury to not have to do it in a YMCA in Bed-Stuy or wherever, you know. He didn't, but he does. I don't care about him having reverence for fighting, whatever. I don't, but I do. It's like, not that I don't care. It's just that that's not important to the point I'm trying to make. Where it's like he has dedicated his entire life to fighting.
Yeah. And I'll say this. Fighting when you already have money is insane.
Yeah. You don't have to do this.
You don't have to do this.
I'm sorry. You don't need to do this. Mm-hmm. Have to, I think, is a internal thing.
Okay.
It's like the same thing with like doing comedy or doing anything like that. I see
your point.
I have to do this.
Oh, I see your point.
Because there's no necessity to him fighting. He's not a 13-year-old kid in Phuket, fighting Muay Thai so his family can
eat that week. No, it's an interesting and a very rare case. I can't name someone else who has come into boxing with already millions in their bank account and is taking it this seriously. And again, I very much dislike him.
Yeah. The only even close to it, and I think it's not because it's way closer of a jump, is CM Punk deciding to do UFC fighting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I think that's the only thing, but he was already doing a physical.
That's pretty close.
Activity,
no, that's pretty close.
But I think it's not.
It's not the same, but it's close.
It's closer.
The damage that Jake Paul is taking as a YouTuber is monumentally smaller than the damage that CM Punk was taking as a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
So CM Punk is used to the discomfort of physicality.
The skill set of MMA.
So where Jake Paul goes from here is interesting because this didn't leave fans with a good taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
They aren't excited to see him.
No one was like, holy shit, can you... It wasn't like, did you see how Jake Paul handled Mike Tyson? It was more like, can you believe he managed to beat Mike
He managed to avoid
58-year-old Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a bad move. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the scene. It was almost like the scene in Austin Powers where the guy slowly gets rolled over by the steamroller. It's like that's what it was, but he
Stewie,
just got out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuart, no, not the
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald.
Hey, I'm Stewie.
So where Jake goes from here, it's gonna be interesting if he continues, because two names are out there that are fights he will 100% lose. Canelo's out there because Canelo's kind of done fighting hard fights. It seems he kind of is like, I just want a big payday.
Yeah,
he's been fighting pro for 19 years.
Yeah,
since he was 16 years old.
Yeah,
or 15 years old. He has never been dropped.
It's so insane.
It's an unbelievable statistic. He's proven everything he needs to prove.
What's the point of fighting Canelo for a regular boxer now then?
Money
and the because it's like there's no way you're gonna win. Because he's not fighting these like difficult fights anymore, then you just are like, okay, I'm Canelo's punching bag this quarter.
Yeah.
And I get a big fucking check.
Because then you get to be like, well, this guy lost to Canelo. Like, oh, okay,
this guy fought Canelo.
Yeah. Because once you've dealt with that, I like to think of it as temperature skill. If you've stood in a room that's 500 degrees, that's impressive. And then when we bring you down to 300, like, you're going to have fun. You're going to have a good time.
You're going to have a good time.
It's nice and easy for you there.
Because he hasn't, like, lost it really, has he?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. So Canelo's out there. And then during the broadcast, Andre Ward, who's one of my favorites of all time, was kind of making it seem like it'd be interesting if he stepped in the ring.
Wouldn't it be interesting if I fought Jake Paul?
Because recently, Andre Ward did 3 sparring rounds with Bud Crawford, probably the greatest fighter living right now.
How old is Andre Ward? 40
Andre
something?
Ward's like 42, 41. Yeah. He retired. Like, he had a really good, perfect career.
Yeah.
Like, fight, undefeated, champion two weight classes, I believe. I'm done. I can talk. I can move around.
Yeah.
My wife loves me. My kids love me. I've got all the money I'll ever need.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better career.
Yeah. Didn't tarnish the legacy, dude. The clip.
And him coming back and fucking up Jake Paul would only make him even more of a hero to the boxing community.
Yeah, it really would. Because he's just old enough because that's the thing is like, I think Jake Paul is a moron, but I don't think he's stupid.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I know exactly. Yeah.
You know?
What you mean. Yeah.
And it's like, is he just smart enough? It's that weird part that he's on the precipice. He's like, is he just smart enough to know that fighting someone like Andre Ward would be a huge mistake? Or is he just narcissistic enough to be like, this is another old retired boxer?
Yeah, who knows?
Because he has enough people around him that know boxing.
Absolutely. They go,
that would be a mistake.
Because not only is Andre Ward one of the smartest, because the thing, again, you have to understand skill set. You have to understand style. Andre Ward won not via physicality. Andre Ward won because he was smarter than everyone.
Yeah.
So he outboxed people that were better physically than him. So his age didn't affect his skill necessarily. In the same way that, like I said in the video, Roy Jones' skill set, immediate response, his ability to half a second react, slip into a like that diminishes drastically with age. Unlike Andre Ward's skill set, or even Mike Tyson's power, his speed is obviously diminished.
But yeah, that was an unbelievable point I brought up during the fight. Watching old clips of Tyson where you go like, oh, he is incredibly powerful. Also, always forgetting he's not short, but he's very short for his weight and division.
Yeah.
So he's 5'10". Most heavyweights are what, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". Yeah, like
it's almost like the Rocky Marciano style of like, I'm small comparatively.
Yeah.
But I punch really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna knock me out.
Yeah. But it was
Rocky Marciano, man. What a fucking legend, dude.
But dude, like watching old clips of Tyson, they were showing like, prime Tyson.
Yeah.
And seeing him hit, like, especially his uppercuts, were obviously like fucking concrete sledgehammers crushing your fucking jaw. But they were so fast. It was like so quick And it's like, oh, you could not have that as a 58-year-old man.
Yeah,
you couldn't have that snap.
Yeah.
Like the power can still be there, but it's a 2-ton truck hitting you at 40 miles an hour or a 2-ton truck hitting you at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, great analogy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so the power is still there, but it's how the speed in which it is hitting you.
Yeah. And I don't even think the power's still there, if I'm being honest.
But I'm saying like
But I know what you're saying.
But you know, compared to whatever fucking other guys that play Call of Duty on Twitch, Jake Paul has been fighting.
Exactly.
It's a little different.
And the another annoying thing that Jake Paul did was after the fight, he explained that he didn't finish Tyson because he was feeling bad about it. And he's like, no, motherfucker, you didn't finish him because you know if you stayed in the pocket, you might get caught.
Yeah.
So you were just touching and leaving.
Yeah, you
don't have one punch power where you can touch once and drop.
You won with strategy. Why don't you just?
Which is admirable.
Which is a way to win a fight.
Absolutely. And again, I'm telling you this from experience. I've been in fights. I've been in competitive cage fights. I know what it feels like to stand in front of someone who you know for a fact can knock you out.
Yeah.
And the fear that elicits and your ability to overcome that fear with strategy is admirable.
Yeah.
But to be like, I could have gotten him, but I felt sad. Then don't do the fight, man. You know what the fuck he is.
Exactly.
So that was that fight.
UFC.
And then Jones versus Stipe was really annoying because I hate John Jones with a passion.
Yeah.
He's one of the worst people. And now people are making this distinction. I never watched the show, but I get it. How similar he is to Homelander.
I have no idea. Couldn't even tell you.
He's a superhero who's actually an evil person.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, yep, that's him.
Got
he
it.
pontificates as a Christian, a family first guy, a person who's like for America. And it's like, you are a drug cheat who beats his wife and has done drunk driving into pregnant women.
Yeah.
You're a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
And he beat, again, same fight basically. An over-the-hill fighter coming back from retirement.
Stipe hasn't fought since
4 years.
Yeah.
He hasn't fought in 4 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching the last Stipe fight.
4 years ago.
Crazy.
So yeah, Stipe was old and slow comparatively.
Yeah.
And Jones his thing, he's the best fighter ever. I hate it. I hate him so much.
Yeah.
But he's the best fighter ever. So he won via spinning back kick to the body. It was so fun because Stipe was having a little success with the inside slip. So Jones would jab and Stipe would move towards Jones's power hand, which is rare and risky. But if you time it just occasionally enough, the other guy isn't expecting it. You usually want to slip away from the non-occupied hand. So if you're jabbing with your left hand, you want to move away from the right hand. That's an outside slip. Inside slipping loads, if you're same stance, if I inside slip, it loads my lead hand.
So your power.
So I can throw with power with my lead hand,
Yeah.
which a lot of times when people jab, when we walk, you move one hand forward, one hand back.
Yeah.
When you jab, you drop the trailing hand, the right hand.
Yeah.
So that left hook can go over the top.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that could happen. It didn't. And it made me sad because I hate John Jones and I don't want him to succeed.
Yeah.
But vacate or fight Tom Aspinall is basically what's happening now.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying. Whatever.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other fights were good.
The Chandler
Oliveira fight was
okay.
fine.
Yeah.
The last round was really good.
Yeah. I hate Chandler too. He's a little John Jones.
Yeah.
A fucking weirdo America First guy who's like all about like work hard and do all the right things. Like you cheat in every fight.
Yeah.
You grab the fence, you grab their gloves, you put your finger in people's eyes, you punch to the back of the head.
A lot, dude. He really was hammering on fucking Charlie Olive's head.
Crazy how many back of the head. And your friend Keith didn't stop the fight.
My friend Keith from the beautiful Long Island hardcore band Go Fuck Yourself.
Mm-hmm. Really let that happen.
Because you know what what's his
Dominic
name?
Cruz was saying.
Dominic Cruz was saying about him.
He can smell the alcohol in his breath.
He smelled the alcohol and the cigarettes
really
on
funny.
him.
Really fucking
so funny to be like he was smoking cigarettes.
And like that doesn't do anything. That might help him actually.
Yeah, actually that would make you focus.
Yeah. So that was depressing, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's a fight game, baby.
Yeah.
It's a fucking hard life.
Yeah.
What did we want to do? MoviePass Corner?
You
We're
wanna
going to do Energy Drink Corner?
Let's do Energy Drink Corner, and let's end on MoviePass Corner.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Energy Drink
Welcome to
Corner.
the Energy Drink Corner.
Again, thank you, Lena, for sending us these energy drinks from Australia.
Lena,
This is V Refresh Pineapple Watermelon. Zero sugar, 12 calories per can.
I'm going to be honest with you. I just grabbed a can. I didn't even take a little peek at what it could have been.
Yeah.
And pineapple watermelon
That sounds very refreshing.
wonderful.
That sounds fantastic. V.
I love V. Australian energy drink. A beautiful one. Yeah. Was this 0 calorie or 0 sugar, you said?
0 sugar.
Yeah. Probably 20 cals.
12 calories per can.
Fucking awesome, dude.
I'll give you some more.
Yeah. A beautiful cup. Crow Canyon cups. One of my favorite cup brands around.
Ooh. Oh, Pop Rocks. Oh, it's like Pop Rocks in your mouth.
Very Jolly Rancher.
Very jolly. Ooh, this is nice.
Very Jolly Rancher. I like that. Drinking an energy drink out of a cup is always so funny to me.
Hey, your brain doesn't know how to process it. Oh, man, it's
Yeah.
tart.
It's like eating McDonald's off of a porcelain plate.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing?
It's like, shouldn't be here.
Stop doing that. This is Pop Rocks and Jolly Rancher.
This is really good.
It's tart. I'm finding cuts in my mouth I didn't know I had.
Because it kind of tastes like a little bit like the. Can I get a little more of that? I need more of that. Like the what was it? The popsicle Hawaiian pineapple C4.
Yeah,
Has a little bit of that pineapple style.
it does.
in
This
there.
feels nice. This feels expensive. Like it feels like a layered.
It feels almost because it's not incredibly sweet, so it almost feels like the
That's a good point.
Like it is sweet. Obviously, it's an energy
It's sweet,
drink,
but it's not like oh fuck my face.
It almost because the tartness almost overtakes the sweetness, and it kind of feels like almost like one of the San Pellegrino with the tinfoil top.
Yeah. That's a classy drink right there for you. That's a classy
It's
beverage.
beautiful, and that's not soda, by the way.
It's not soda. It's San
It's
Pellegrino.
something else.
This is
really
fucking nice.
This is really good. I like this a lot. If this was available in America, I would drink this often.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 4.25.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Damn, dude, we're so fucking connected.
It's fucking awesome.
Melted. What is it? Brain melt?
Mind melt.
Mind melt. That's a noise for not mind melt. Thank you so much, Lena. We really appreciate it. If you ever want to send us energy drinks from anywhere you live or have visited, DM me and I will send you our address. And you can come visit and drop them off yourself.
Yeah.
And we'll give you a tour of the studio.
Couldn't care less
And then we'll
anymore.
beat you up.
Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of you.
Now we're going to move on to MoviePass
Corner.
What's up, sluts?
What's up, you fucking slut?
What's up? You wearing underwear or not? What did you watch?
Yeah.
Want me to go first?
Oh, yeah, let me pull up my list. All right, I got 3.
You got 3? Okay, let me see. I've got
3.
2. Yeah, I talked about Before Sunset last time, right?
Yeah.
I got 2 then.
Okay. I'll go.
You go, I'll go, you go, I go.
Okay.
You go.
I'll end on the one we've both seen that I watched.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So last night, I came home and because you're watching The Nick.
I'm watching The Nick. That's the one thing I'm going to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he was watching The Nick when I got home last night, and I haven't been watching it, and I don't care to. So I put myself to bed. I tucked myself in and I put myself to bed.
I put my ass to sleep.
Put my ass to bed. But I've been thinking about rewatching this recently because this almost falls into the same category as like Cool Hand Luke or like movies of this era that I could just kind of put on whenever and watch. And what I watched was the 1967 feature film The Graduate.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, The Graduate.
The Mike Nichols feature film, The Graduate.
Dustin Hoffy.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Dust
fucking
Hoff.
Anne Bancroft, sexy old ass.
Ooh, I'd hit.
Yeah.
I'd hit if she put her leg up.
They'd ban me from crofting her up.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna fuck that old bitch.
Mr. Feeney's in it. Fuck him.
Mr.
Fuck you
Feeney,
forever.
yeah, fucking dumb bitch.
Piece of shit.
Hey, Mr. Feeney, I saw you in The Graduate. You're still a piece of shit.
You're still rude to me, and
Still
I hate
a piece
you.
of shit to me. Diego Lopez. But yeah, I rewatched that last night. That's just a fucking unbelievable movie.
Perfect movie.
It's a really perfect movie.
I love learning that
good.
the end of the last scene was an accident.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah. I really love playing that one song in it.
Yeah.
The sound Silence.
You're like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
loud for being the sound of silence. I'll say that, my friend.
I love the pool scenes.
Pool
the
scenes
water
are
looks beautiful.
So good.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
just
they're
like
trying to seduce me,
he's
Mr.
so good at being like,
Mhm.
kind of just doing that.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Oh, I just couldn't. I
Mrs.
don't know.
Robinson.
Yeah.
Mrs. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson, no, I just couldn't.
It's Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
1%
I
of your
get
titty.
1% of your mother's pussy. And the 1% of your pussy.
Great. That's awesome.
Loved it. Just, I've seen it before, seen it a bunch of times, but I can just I'm always like,
It's a great one.
yeah, put that one on.
Easy watch.
Yeah.
I've been watching The Nick. It's a
Spike Lee joint.
no, it's a Steven Soderbergh joint.
Oh, yes.
Clive Owen is a doctor in Manhattan in the I think it's the 30s or the 40s. No, 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
And he's like I don't know if this is a real person. I did no research. If they're depicting an actual doctor.
If they are, he's a very bad boy.
He's a bad boy, but he's a
untrustworthy
genius.
doctor.
Huh?
Untrustworthy
No.
doctor.
No. He's trustworthy. He's just a little bit of a drug fiend.
Well.
So it's Clive Owen and then a bunch of people I've never heard of in my life. But it's really good. Steven Soderbergh, so it looks awesome. And it's basically them working in this hospital in this era of medicine where they just invented the X-ray, like they're figuring things out. He invents a C-section basically in the episode. Like it's really interesting. It looks phenomenal. And Clive Owen is such a fucking good actor in this. And everyone else that you don't know about, fucking good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
The only other person that I recognize is in Mindhunter, the guy who jacks off to women's shoes. He's in it. And I'm like, oh, there he is.
Yeah. That guy's hunting minds over there.
But if you got HBO, I can't recommend. I really am enjoying it. I'm almost done with season 1.
Yeah.
Really enjoy it.
It's on HBO?
It's on HBO. It was a
Showtime or Cinemax?
It was a Cinemax show back in the day.
Yeah, that was like was that their like first foray into like prestige
I think
television?
so. Yeah, I think
kind
so.
of stuff. Yeah.
Because I can't name another thing they made.
Yeah, true. A bunch of softcore pornos for me
Absolutely.
to stroke my shit to.
Call them hardcore because my penis is erect.
Yeah.
Softcore, more like hardcore. I'm aroused. All right.
That's what. Yeah. And then the next movie I watched. Well, if we're going in order, it's actually the previous movie I watched, but the 1982 Martin Scorsese feature film, The King of Comedy.
King of Comedy 82.
King of Comedy 82.
Wow. Jerry Lewis.
What an perfect movie.
Wow.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Nothing is bad about that movie.
Oh, okay.
Small cast.
Uh-huh.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Great story. Everyone's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Scorsese's in it.
Yep. He's in the cab. I'm just kidding.
He's the producer on the show.
On the show, yeah. Rupert Pumpkin.
Rupert Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. What a
Everyone
great
always says it wrong.
Yeah. What a great buffoon name. It's like a perfect name for a buffoon.
My Letterboxd review is, after watching it, I wish I could kill Todd Phillips with my bare hands. What a fucking slap in the face to this beautiful movie that they were like watching it, because I saw Joker first, obviously. I saw Joker in theaters when it came out. This is the first time I watched King of Comedy. First time I've seen it.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And just watching it, being like, I want to kill Todd Phillips with my bare hands.
Todd Phillips sucks.
That's like taking a beautiful filet mignon steak, beautiful marbling, and cooking it in the fucking oven at Subway.
Yeah.
And serving it and being like, here's this perfect thing. I made a terrible, horrible version of it.
Yeah, it's really interesting. He should have said nothing.
Dude.
But I mean, it's pretty obvious. So almost
so
a 1 for 1.
obvious. It's so
I'm so
good.
glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome.
What's her name is unbelievable in it?
I can't remember who's in it. No, I can't remember what
Sandra
woman.
Bernhard?
Oh, is it Bernhard? I always had a crush on her because she looked weird.
Sandra Bernhard.
Wow. I liked weird looking women when I was a kid.
Yeah. And as an adult.
As an adult. No. That's great. King of Comedy. What'd you give it stars wise?
I think I gave it 5.
Beautiful.
It's so apparent. I gave it 5, yeah. I gave Graduate 4.5 stars again.
Okay.
King Comedy's 5 stars. It's so apparent how evil Jerry Lewis is in real life.
Yeah. Much
like,
of a
you
piece
can't
of shit.
be that.
No.
You're not that good of an actor.
Absolutely not. Even women shouldn't vote.
Yeah. Fucking, what a movie.
I'm so glad you watched it.
I really had a great time watching it.
I didn't know you'd never seen it.
Yeah, I watched it while I was folding my laundry.
Beautiful.
Sat on my floor, folded my laundry, watched the King of Comedy.
Love
it was
that.
fucking awesome.
I love that. What's today? Yeah. So yesterday for Subtitle Sunday, the return of Subtitle Sunday, I had a couple weird weeks there where I was either at a hockey game or at a person visiting.
Yeah. Or at a wedding.
Or I was at a wedding getting married. I watched the 1997, what's his first name? Because it's not Akira. Let's see. I want to make sure the name. Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
Okay.
Cure.
I didn't even know this existed.
I'm gonna read you the synopsis, the letterbox synopsis.
Okay.
Madness, terror, murder. A detective starts spiraling out of control when a wave of gruesome murders with seemingly similar bizarre circumstances is sweeping Tokyo.
Okay.
It's very fucking good.
Oh.
It's very fucking good. In the way that I watched it and I stopped and I go, oh, I'm different now.
Oh, shit. Shit.
I feel different about people.
I'm damn different now.
It was very good. It was beautiful.
Okay.
First of all.
Heard of it.
It's
Heard of it.
And this is, if you've seen the movie, funny to say, it's a hypnotic and like entrancing movie where you're like, wait, did I see that? Okay. Wait, what? Okay. And it's just like, You kind of lose. It's an what's it called?
Unreliable narrator.
Slightly
it's
unreliable.
like the part of King Comedy where you're seeing all of his delusions all the time.
Yeah, this movie has a King of Comedy vibe.
Yeah, the guy who's seen one movie, the guy who's only ever seen King Comedy.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh shit! Like, I mean, it's a little more apparent in King of Comedy, I'm sure.
Absolutely, has a beautiful title card. I'll show you later. But it's really fucking good. It's one of those movies that, like, this isn't scary, but it's haunting.
Yeah, that's what I don't. Scary is like,
no,
yeah,
but like, oh, people exist that have evil in them.
Yeah, like
in a way
like
that
the
I
Strangers
never,
or something like
literally,
that.
Literally.
Yeah.
So what it is basically,
and what it is,
there's these specific murders keep happening, and they catch the person who does them every time.
Yeah,
but the person can't explain why they did it. They have no hate. They're like, I killed my wife. I don't know why I killed my wife.
Yeah.
And they start losing their mind because they didn't mean to do it, or it's strange.
Yeah.
But there's also a story of a man who has no memory. He can't remember anything. And then little by little, you're realizing that he's the reason why these people are doing these things. But you don't know why. Yeah. You don't know how he's getting them to do it.
Oh,
basically. And it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good.
Because what year is it from?
97.
Okay. Because that's late enough then that I'm like, I might even be from before that. But I was like, oh, do you think Nolan kind of took a little bit of that from Memento?
No, Memento's before that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
so I was like,
yeah.
the
maybe. But I've had some jokes that someone did 10 years before me. I'm like, how'd you get that?
Yeah.
How'd you steal that
joke?
How
how'd you steal that joke from me?
But I Hard Wreck.
Yeah.
Hard Wreck has one of the most beautiful,
visually stunning.
Yes, there's some beautiful moments in it, but they're disgusting. Like, they're like, not disgusting, but they're like
visceral.
They're visceral, right? But there's the last scene is unbelievable, and then the way that they use their title card sequence at the end, I've never seen anyone do this. Where imagine you take, I don't know if you've ever edited videos this way. You can like I have a video, right? Okay. And then I put an overlay of the same video behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. If I put a cutout of an image, let's say a circle.
Yeah.
So that the top video has a hole in it.
Yeah.
The video underneath doesn't. So you just see one image.
Yeah.
I put the titles on the video in the middle. Beneath. So as the titles roll, you only see it in the circle.
Yeah.
It's like invisible and then you see it and then it's gone. They did a very cool thing like that. I'm like, I've never seen someone use titles that way.
Yeah.
It really, like, as someone who's been editing videos a lot now recently because
Yeah.
of no violence and like my little artsy jiu-jitsu videos, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a fucking cool
That's
move.
really good. Yeah.
Cure 97, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It's on Criterion.
The last movie I watched, I saw this in the theater.
This is very good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thank you, Lino.
Was the 2024 Sean Baker film Honora.
Mm-hmm. And we've both seen this.
And we've both seen
and
this.
we've both seen this movie.
And now this is a movie we've both seen.
How do you feel?
I'm honestly still thinking about. I think it's good, but I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
Like, I think there were some really, really, really good performances and some not good performances, and it was really like it was made in an interesting way, in the way where I was like, so my first thought after the movie ended was that it felt like if the Safdie brothers made an episode of Barry. That's what it felt like to me.
Okay.
But I thought it was really interesting because Safdie brothers movies are they're like thrash metal or something where it's like it's fast. Some parts are faster, but it's Slayer. It's not Metallica. It's Slayer. It's I'm fucking going this fast the whole time, and sometimes we speed up. But Honora was interesting because it was nothing happening, but like just a lot of world building, and then all of a sudden there's a cinder block on the gas pedal, and then it doesn't stop until it stops. But it was an interesting way for it to not like, because it's like the Uncut Gems thing being like, I felt like I was having a panic attack the entire time because it starts and you're like, oh, I'm in the shit. I'm in the shit immediately. But with Honora, it felt like it took a minute to get there, and I don't know if I liked that a lot or if I want to just be in it the whole time. I mean, you have to build tension and all this stuff, but I mean, now we can see that you can start in tension and it can get more tense, but there's always, you don't have to always spend so much time building the world.
Yes. The scene that is very long. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't want to really...
Inside the house. Yes.
I believe Sean Baker's a very good filmmaker. I think he's a very good filmmaker. So when someone's a very good filmmaker, I'm like, there must be reasons. There must be something. I don't know why, though, this is taking so long. I understand building tension. I understand...
Because we're talking about when I don't want to go too crazy, but when the guys show up.
Yeah.
I actually think I like that being that long.
Okay.
Because now you're kind of in the world of this is happening in real time.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Okay.
Like this is happening it's like an episode of 24 or something. Where you're like, this is the real time frame.
That's so funny. I literally said that
in which it would
to Alex.
happen.
I'm like, it felt like he wanted me to almost be like, we're in this room for this time and you're together now because it's like 24 where it's like every minute is a real minute.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's what, So it felt like that a little bit. Like, that's when I think the movie got, that's when the movie got great. I think before that, I don't know if it's great.
Yeah.
But I think that's when it got great. And then there's a point where I'm like, it loses it. But I think the point where, because I don't think this ruins the movie, once the family shows up, I think that's where it kind of loses me. I still think that there's still some great performances in post that part of the movie, but I think once that, because I think they're so like cartoonish and a little, I just am like,
I agree.
I don't love it. I didn't like the mom's performance. I really didn't like. The dad was kind of nothing.
Yeah.
And then the kid, I didn't like that. I didn't think he was that good of an actor.
I think he's a pretty bad actor. Yeah.
I think he's pretty bad, but Mikey Madison is great.
My friend.
The guy who plays Igor is great, and I looked into him more, and apparently he's really famous in Russia.
For what? For acting?
For acting.
Oh,
he's
cool.
he's like a. I'm trying to think of like a.
A comparison?
Yeah, but like a young-ish, but like a well-respected actor. Like he was in like a Palme d'Or movie from Russia a couple years earlier. That's where Sean Baker saw him, and apparently like wrote this role for him before the movie was even finished being written.
Interesting.
It was like, I wrote this for you.
That's cool.
Yeah. So apparently, like, because they shot a bunch of it in Brighton Beach, apparently he kept getting recognized while they were shooting and stuff like that. Yeah. And he goes like, well, they're like, why did that keep out? He goes, well, I'm very famous in Russia.
Yeah.
Like he's very,
I don't mean to be
he's very Russian
dick.
about it.
Yeah, but
he's like, I'm very famous in Russia, and it would make sense that the people that would recognize me are Russian.
Were you disappointed it wasn't? Because my big gripe with it is like, oh, I went in expecting a beautiful love story, like a fast, violent, in your face love story, and it's not that.
Yeah. I don't know,
because it might just be my misunderstanding.
How much had you seen about it beforehand? Had you like watched the trailer?
A trailer. I think I just watched a trailer.
I don't know if I watched much more than that, but I had yeah. I don't know. I just felt like it was like, oh, these people get married quick. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I gained from the trailer. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't think I went in with any real expectations of anything. Mm-hmm. Apparently, I didn't realize this, that apparently it's like, it's even referenced in the movie where it's like, oh, this is Cinderella.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, yeah, I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Yeah. But like.
But Mikey's very good.
Mikey's good.
I thought she was very good.
The Russian guy who plays Igor is really good. The other guy who plays Toros, the older guy, is really good.
Really good.
Really, really good.
The church scene made me laugh.
The church scene is so funny. The diner scene is unbelievable to me. That's maybe, because I was like, the diner scene is maybe my favorite, but I was like, the church scene is really good.
Church scene really tickled me.
How'd you feel emotionally about the ending? I don't want to go too much into it.
I was almost, there's a moment where one thing happens and I'm like, oh, ew, you're going to end the movie like that?
Yeah.
It's like a cop out almost. It's like I was in my head, I'm like, I hope it doesn't end this way. Because I see you're leading that way, and I really hope you don't end it that way.
Yeah.
And it starts ending that way, and it changes. I'm like, I don't like that fucking either.
Yeah.
I really don't like that.
I don't like that, but it's better than...
It's a little better than what it was a second ago, but it's also a little bit like... And again, I talked to someone who... Whatever. I found it almost... not insulting to the people it's trying to raise up or anything like that, but it's just like, I'm like, oh, this is like... I was just disappointed with it. I'm not intelligent enough to articulate my feelings about it. But
I'll once we stop recording, I'll get into it more because I saw what they were doing, and I was like, oh, is it gonna end like this? Like I thought it was something, and then I was like, oh, I went so far. I went so far left field and like wrong. That I was almost surprised.
Oh, okay.
By the ending, even though it seems really like obvious.
Yeah.
But I was like, that last scene, I was like, oh, it's this.
Yeah.
And then I don't.
What'd you give it?
I gave it 4. I don't know if I'm right about that.
Let me look at what I gave it.
It's not.
I gave it 3.5.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think it's between 4. I think it's between 3.5.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Did you feel that comparison? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was like...
I said it was like a sex worker midnight run.
Yeah. I said, I'm imagining a guy walking into a boardroom and saying, okay, picture this in your mind palace. What if the Safdies made an episode of Barry? And then he stands there with a very smug grin on his face until some guy in a hoodie under a blazer goes, okay. But yeah, I think it was between 3.5 and 4, but I think the parts I really liked overshadowed the parts I didn't like.
Yeah.
So I think it's closer to 4 than 3.5.
I was having fun watching. I'm like, this is fun. I'm having a good time. This is a fun movie.
Yeah.
I didn't like certain parts. I'm like, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And it looks cool.
Looks cool.
Looks good.
Yeah. But definitely bathed in light,
boobs.
It's funny because the Safdies, it's like you would think that the comparison would be Uncut Gems, but it's much more like Good Time.
It's exactly what I said.
It's much more like Good Time.
I'm like, you guys just know one Safdie Brothers movie.
Yeah. It's much more like Good Time than like
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Mikey was there when I went and saw it.
Yeah.
And so was the mean redhead stripper.
Oh, yeah.
She was very
Apparently
nice.
she's a real stripper.
Yeah.
Apparently she like unionized strip clubs.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got to see it with a room full of sex workers.
Yeah.
And it smelled crazy in there.
Yeah,
No, it was cool.
you know it smelled
But yeah, Mikey was there, and so was, I can't remember her name, and a couple other strippers in the movie. Every couple of minutes, they're slamming their pleasers together instead of clapping. And I go, you should be clapping anyway.
Yeah, why are you clapping during a movie?
All right. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you all soon. Follow Mike Abruzzi at Mike Abruzzi.
Follow Diego Lopez at this Diego Lopez.
Patreon.com/A Little Time Pod for 4 bonus episodes a week, plus a video of all 8 episodes a week before everyone else. We talked about Mike going to see a certain musician.
Certain singer who has a lot of good political views.
A certain crooner.
Yeah. If you're listening to this when it comes out, DC Comedy Loft, end of November, last weekend, the weekend after Thanksgiving, which was awesome.
You want to finish this?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Bye, everybody. We love you.